Paul, usually we're talking, it's usually Sun Life donating instruments, but a little bit different this time. Sun Life is doing something that's really important, of course, for kids and health in Canada.
Yeah, that's right, Rudy. So yes, we do have a big focus around the arts, but a major focus for us, both here in Canada and around the world, is the fight against diabetes. And back in 2012, we made it our signature health and wellness philanthropic focus. And to date now, I've committed more than $22 million to the fight against the disease here in Canada and around the world in the countries in which we do business.
Why was it important for Sun Life to be part of something like this?
Well, for us, we see the devastating impact that diabetes can have on individuals and their families through our business. And we make it our mission, really, to try and improve the health and wellness of our clients, our employees, and the communities in which we live and work. Because the World Health Organization has called diabetes the epidemic of the 21st century, and 1 in 3 Canadians now either has diabetes or prediabetes, we've made it really our mission to help try and prevent the disease and its related complications.
Now, I'm used to seeing you with medals and, of course, representing Canada on the ice. But, of course, here at Sick Kids Hospital, this was something important for you to be involved with also.
Oh, absolutely. I've always been a champion of kids' causes, but this one in particular, I think is just so important that, we do, as Paul said, we have an epidemic in this country of sedentary obesity, and it's affecting our children. Diabetes is a result of lifestyle choices that we make. So I've seen it in my own family with my dad, who has had type 2 diabetes for many years, but has basically been able to completely wipe it out and eradicate it due to lifestyle choices. So I think this is something exciting because this is something we can manage, we can change, and with companies like Sun Life and the Children's Hospitals of Canada, prevention and education is really what it's all about.
In your feeling, though, why do you think it is happening with our kids right now? Why are there so many getting type 2 diabetes? I know for myself, I remember when I was a kid, I was outside all the time, and yeah, I ate a lot of junk, but I was always out there doing them.
I think there's many reasons. Technology has been a big plus to our lives, but also a big factor in, sedentary. Our kids are in front of screens more and more hours a day, not moving. Physical activity has been removed from schools, which is unfortunate and is affecting our kids' lives. And then more access to food makes, on one hand is a good thing, but on the other hand, there's more and more sugar in the manufactured types of foods, and the options that kids have, less home-cooked, wholesome food and less nutritious diet. And all those things add up to a recipe for disaster in some cases.
As an athlete and somebody who's seen a family member go through this, what do you suggest to families, kids, whoever else out there watching this on helping to try to prevent this, or at least if somebody does have type 2, how they can cope with this?
Yeah, well, this is really a family disease. And so in saying that, it's also the family that can prevent it. So it's starting with moms and dads of understanding, what am I putting into my body and what am I putting into my kid's body in terms of nutrition? How much physical activity and exercise are we getting as a family? Are we limiting our screen time? Are we active? And being able to educate yourself. And part of that is knowing where to go for the resources. And so I think what this initiative does is says, here's a hub, here's where you can go, a one-stop shop to get everything you know about changing your lifestyle and your habits and making a positive change for your family.
And Paul, let's talk about this too very quickly with Sick Kids and how they're using the money here.
So it's a $2 million donation that Sun Life is making to a conglomerate of the pediatric hospitals across this country. So there's 13 hospitals altogether, and the initiative is going to be called the Sun Life Financial Child and Youth Type 2 Diabetes Prevention Initiative. And what it's going to do is create educational tools and resources for families to help them live a healthier, active lifestyle and help their children try and adopt early healthy habits early in their lives, so that hopefully down the road they won't develop type 2 diabetes. And the money is also going to be going to each of the hospitals across the country, the 13 that are involved, to help them develop and amplify their own existing type 2 diabetes prevention resources, tools, and programs. So again, we can try and make Canada's youth that much more healthy.
As we wrap this up, anything else you want to say to the folks out there again, so we can combat something like this?
I think this is really, again, this is everyone's responsibility, all of us as a nation. There's no reason why Canada shouldn't have the healthiest child population in the world with the quality of living and the standard of living that we have in this country. So I think, let's get our kids moving, let's get our kids healthy, because they're likely to keep the next generation going.
Fantastic. Folks, thank you so much for the interview.
Great, thanks,
Awesome.
Rudy.
Thanks,
Appreciate your
Rudy.
time.